The Detroit Lions just continue to make roster moves, man, strengthening up that roster for our playoff run, trying to get that #1 seed. This is coming from the Detroit Lions Twitter account. Says Lions announce roster moves. They have activated defensive lineman Broderick Martin from reserve injured, designated for return, and they signed safety Kaevon Merriweather to the practice squad, releasing safety Eric Hallett from the practice squad. Now, we've known about Broderick since last night that he had his 21-day window had not yet expired, I don't think, or maybe no, it was close. It was close because Emmanuel Mosley and Iffy would have been about a week from now, but they wind up putting Iffy off of IR, immediately re-signing him back to it. So now we're just waiting to get an update on Emmanuel Mosley. But when it comes to Broderick Martin, that's going to be great to see. I'm looking forward to seeing him in that middle to help DJ Reader. And hopefully the second-year player, man, can make some noise. I know he had a lot of growth to do, and even still going into this season, he had tons of growth to do. But, you know, nothing like growing while you play, bro. That's how you get the most experience. Now, safety Eric Hallett, he's been on and off the practice squad. I don't think he did too much. But this intriguing signing of safety Kaevon Merriweather from the practice squad. I don't know why I want to call the brother Kaevon, man. I looked up some information on him, so let's take a look at what he's done so far. Now, he was undrafted. It's only his second season. Undrafted free agent that was signed by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, check this out. He wound up playing all or 16 of the 17 games for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers last year and have played 9 thus far this year. I think the Buccaneers are 4-6, so he's played all of one game, and they are on their bye week. Well, they were on their bye week coming out of week 11. So now he's going to be on the Detroit Lions. Now, the thing about it is, if he must have been waived or something, or not on a team at all, because, of course, if you get waived, then you are going to wind up playing. You have to go through waivers in order to be able to, you know, come to the Detroit Lions. You would have to clear waivers, be a free agent, and sign with the Detroit Lions, which is the case with the person we signed yesterday. Man, I forgot the guy, David Long. So he must have, because everybody who gets cut after the trade deadline has to go through waivers, which is something I didn't know until this season. So that means that this guy must have not been on a team, because if you were on a practice squad and you get poached from the practice squad, you then have to be put on the 53-man roster. But so I looked up some draft prospect information, and here's what they had to say. This is the overview. We're going to look at his strengths and weaknesses. And I would encourage you to go try to find some YouTube tape on this guy. Or if you have NFL Pro, you might be able to find some stuff about him. If he's played snaps this year, you can find it on NFL Pro. It is a subscription required. It says, Merriweather has the size and toughness of an NFL safety, but needs to improve his consistency to finish tackles near the box. He could struggle to keep up with wide receivers who get matched up with him in space. He might have the tools necessary to cover tight ends, but he could be at his best playing short zone as a dime safety. Overall, Merriweather has physical traits that give him a chance to find a home as a backup safety, and there's no doubt that's what he's going to be for Detroit. Strengths: possesses an NFL frame with adequate length and at safety. Praised by Iowa staff for his character. Rushes downhill and sets an edge to contain wide runs. That's why the Detroit Lions love those type of guys. That could be a way that he's being used. Consistent to wrap up receivers quickly post-catch. That's also a good thing. Trust his eyes in zone, sliding into playmaking positions. Here are his weaknesses. Takes a long time to cover ground on the back end. Speedy running backs can wipe out his pursuit angles. Below average route anticipation. Big stalls evident when flipping his hips to match the route. Might not have the instincts to play as high safety. So those are just some strengths and weaknesses as we look at Kaevon, I butchered the guy's name. Come on, Derek. Kaevon Merriweather. And this is, again, somebody that's going to be elevated. Let's see. We've got Kirby Joseph. We might be a little thin at safety because we've got Kirby and Brian. Okay, I know what this is for. This is for the fact that Iffy was placed back on IR, because think about our safety. We have Brian Branch. We've got Kirby Joseph, we got Brandon Joseph, and I think Amik comes in maybe and could play a little safety. I'm not sure about that, but after those three guys, I really don't know who we have that we could really trust as far as the safety position. Who comes in? Because I know Brandon Joseph comes in if one of those guys gets hurt. So this guy, I fully expect him to be either elevated for the game coming up or even moved to the 53-man roster as the Week 12 matchup approaches. So again, the Detroit Lions bring Broderick Martin. We knew that about that yesterday. Release Eric Hallett from the practice squad and took his spot. Who took his spot was Kaevon Merriweather. There you go, man. I got it right. At least I got it right once, man. Listen, the giveaway is going on right now. You have, from the making of this video, and out 2 hours and 9 minutes. By the time you see it, you have less than 2 hours in order to make that happen. All right. If you do not comment on the video, you will not be added to the giveaway. We're going to try to do that sometime between now and Saturday. I will be going to the game on Sunday, so there will be no immediate post-game show. You'll get like a reaction when I'm walking out the stadium. That might have to be our post-game show because it is a 4-hour drive. It's probably going to take me 5 hours to get home. I probably won't get home till like 9-ish. So, I mean, if you guys want me to have a post-game show still, I can do that. Maybe we'll have the pregame tailgate on Saturday instead of Sunday so we can get all our shows in. So let me know your thoughts, man. I'm excited. I fully expect to see Broderick Martin play we're going to need him too this Sunday against the Colts, man. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. This channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. And if you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing. We are less than 150 or so away from 26K when the Aiden Hutchinson bobblehead will be given away. Not this one, because this one is mine. This is number 18 of 97. No, I'm sorry, 96, because Hutch wears 97, obviously. So they only made 96 of these. This is number 18. I don't know what the one I have, what that one is, but consider subscribing so we can get to 26K, and we'll be doing a giveaway with that. I also want to make sure I remind you guys of the up to 50% off sale with Green Gridiron. They have a Black Friday sale. So you can go, it's site-wide. So you can basically order anything you want, and you will get up to $1,300 off, anywhere from $50 to $1,300. It does apply on some Lions things, so I've already looked, and there's a couple $100 off some massive helmets, like the actual authentic helmet. So consider doing that. Got to run through the housekeeping, man. We also have the Lion behind me. That is also, you can use promo code LS30 at checkout to get $30 off your order. We got to do all the housekeeping stuff, man. And last, certainly not least, FATHEAD is having a Black Friday sale as well. You can enter promo code BF30 and get 30% off your purchase. That will be the pinned comment. That's the only one. I have to go and generate the link. So if you are going to make that purchase, try to do it all in one sitting. I think that's how it works. But again, no pressure, man. We all, look, if you don't know, somehow, some way, I'm just going to put that out there. There's a song back in the early 2000s. I'm not going to say who sang it, but somehow, some way, I used to listen to that thing on repeat because it was what I was going through at the time. So I know about the struggle for real. All right. There's no doubt about it. But listen, you guys are awesome. The best way you can support this channel is by watching the videos, commenting, subscribing, all of that stuff, man. Take care of yourself and each other. Yeah. And as always, go Lions. I had to remember what I needed to say and what I had already said.